What's up, Cougars? It's Miller.
And Ava.
And welcome back to another episode of Cougar News.
On March 14th, North Daviess hosted the Indiana District 10 FFA Leadership Convention.
Schools in District 10 range from Daviess County all the way to the Kentucky border and from DuBois County to the Illinois border.
Over 250 students and over 100 judges were present for contests.
These contestants and judges were spread out across over 25 contests. Following the competitions, the awards banquet was held in the auditorium. As scores were tallied and awards had paused, many students from the talented competitions performed live on stage with no preparation. Truly a display of talent.
North Daviess was able to host this event due to having the elected position of district president held by Nick Quakenbush.
Together, Mrs. Remsburg and Nick Quakenbush, with assistance from the other district officers, prepared and organized this major event.
Many North Daviess students competed and helped other students find their contests all throughout the night. On Friday, March 21st, the Riley Dance Marathon took place.
Are we ready?
The event was full of fun, games, competitions, guest speakers who told their stories, and much more.
Last year, this event raised almost $11,000, and we raised $11,699.52 this year.
Was that lightning? It must be time for the weather.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all had a fun spring break.
Don't know about you guys, but I was busy hitting the golf course this past week.
Yeah, good thing you're getting in some practice for what's sure to be a big year for the golf team.
Speaking of the course, what do you think the dog's favorite part of the course is?
I don't know.
The rough.
Ah, it's a good one. Well, speaking of dogs, why did the dog sit in the shade?
I don't know why.
Because he didn't want to be a hot dog.
That one's a good one. All right, let's head over to the weather. All right, let's get into it. Friday, the April 4th. We're kicking off the weekend with some rain showers this morning, turning into steady rainfall as the afternoon progresses. A 90% chance of rain with about a quarter inch of rainfall expected. Expect a high of 60 and a low of 54.
Moving on to Saturday, April 5th, we'll see showers and possible thunderstorms throughout the day, with potential for heavy rainfall with winds to be around 10 to 15 miles per hour. The high will be around 62 and the low 46.
Then, on Sunday, April 6th, we'll see showers in the morning, clearing up to cloudy skies by the afternoon. Winds will be a bit stronger with 10 to 20 miles an hour. High of 52 and low of 34.
Looking ahead to Monday, it's going to be sunny with just a few afternoon clouds popping up. Winds from the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour with a high of 51 and a low of 31.
On Tuesday, expect mostly cloudy skies with those steady winds continuing. The high will be 57 and the low 37.
And finally, for Wednesday, April 9th, we're looking at plenty of sunshine with a high of 59 and a low of 42.
Wrapping the week up on Thursday, we'll have intervals of clouds and sunshine with winds again at 10 to 15 miles an hour. A high of 61 and a low of 39.
Looks like a mix of weather ahead, folks, so be sure to plan accordingly. That's your forecast for this week. Stay tuned and stay safe out there.
And remember, don't let the weather get you down. Just weather the storm.
We'll see you all next time. Now back to Miller and Ava.
For the first time in 5 years, Battle of the Buildings, which is the Beta Club's philanthropy project, made its official return.
This has been an anticipated event for a long time now and a staple for both elementary and junior-senior high schools.
The students from both schools collected money to donate to the Blessings in a Brown Bag Fund. The top 3 classes of both buildings were able to compete in various activities to see who would be called the champions.
The classes that participated from the elementary were Miss Butcher's kindergarten class, Miss Thompson's 5th grade class, and Miss Lawyer's 5th grade class.
The homerooms represented from the junior-senior high school were Mr. Flint, Mrs. Franklin, and Mrs. Thomas.
Some of the games enjoyed by the students were Hungry Hungry Hippo, Bubble Race, Dance Off, and Leading the Blind. North Daviess raised $4,842.92 for the Blessing in a Brown Bag. Thank you to everyone who donated to help support this event.
Now, over to Aiden and Abe.
Happy Friday, sports fans. Welcome to your ND Sports Update. I'm Aiden, and alongside me is Abe. It's been an exciting week for our spring sports team, especially during spring break, so let's dive right into the action. First up, the North Daviess Lady Cougar softball team made the trip down to Murfreesboro, Tennessee for a jam-packed weekend of action. Both the JV and varsity teams played 3 games, each with some great results. The JV squad finished 2-0-1, while the varsity brought home a solid 2-1 record.
That's right, Aiden. Let's break down these varsity games. The Cougars opened up with a 2-0 win over Briarcrest Christian on Friday morning. Tori Smith started in the circle, pitching 5 shutout innings, giving up 2 hits and striking out 5. Then Reese Schwarzentrooper came in for the final 2 innings, throwing a scoreless frame, allowing just 1 hit and adding 3 strikeouts.
Great performance on the mound from both of them. Offensively, the Cougars had a balanced attack with hits from Hannah Yoder, Olivia DeHare, Madeline Knepp, and Adeline Rodich, each contributing 1 hit.
Moving to their next game later that day, the varsity Cougars took on McEwen Warriors and fell 6-1. Tori Smith pitched 2 innings, giving up 1 earned run and 4 hits. Schwarzentrooper came in the last 5 innings, keeping McEwen off the scoreboard with 3 hits and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, tough break there for the Cougars, but they bounced back on Saturday, defeating the St. George Griffins 6-1. The Cougars used 3 pitchers in that game. Tori Smith started, Adeline Rodich and Reese Schwarzentrooper each pitched well in relief. Smith allowed just 1 run, and Rodich hit her very first varsity home run, adding to a nice offensive day for the team.
Rodich's home run was a big moment. Along with her, DeHeer, Yoder, Knepp, and Schwarzentrooper each got a hit in a win. It was a strong finish to an impressive weekend for the Lady Cougars.
Absolutely, Abe. Now for the junior varsity side. They also had a great showing, starting with a 2-1 win over Westview. Reese Schwarzentrooper and Lola Graber each took turns in the circle. Schwarzentrooper threw a no-hitter, and Graber came in with more solid pitching in relief.
And in the second game of the doubleheader, the JV Cougars crushed Sycamore High School 10-0. Adeline Rodich and Haley Graber combined in the circle, with Rodich striking out 4 in her appearance. The offense was led by Lola Graber, who went 2 for 2 and 3 RBIs, while Shaylee Graber had added a triple and an RBI.
Nice work all around for the JV team. Saturday's final game ended in a 3-3 tie against Oswego East from Illinois. Adeline Rodich, Reese Schwarzentrooper both pitched. They kept the offense in check with just 3 hits allowed between them. Offensively, the Cougars spread out 4 hits with contributions from Kinley Stahl, Maddie Marner, Riley Stahl, and Summer Shands.
Switching gears, let's talk tennis. On Tuesday, April 1st, the JV and junior high school tennis teams hosted Lighthouse Christian Academy. The JV Lady Cougars beat Lighthouse Christian 5-0 across the board. Madeline Britton won 8-0, Grace Sexton won 8-0, and Jaden Morris and Kendra Wagler won 6-0 to round out the clean sweeps. It was a great day of matches at home, and we're looking forward to more action this spring from the JV and junior high school teams.
Also, on April 1st, the varsity baseball team traveled to WRV for their big opening day match against the Wolverines. The Cougars shut down the SWAC opponent in a dominating 17-0 victory on Tuesday. The Cougars put on an absolute clinic, not only at the plate, but also on the mound.
That's right, Aiden. The pitching staff was lights out that night. Brayton Knepp, Dawson Whitmer, Tyler Stahl, and Aiden Graber combined for a 1-hit shutout, allowing no runs across only 5 innings of the play. Truly a masterclass performance from that group.
Absolutely, Abe. They were in control from the start. And their offense? Well, they backed up the pitching with some serious firepower. Mason Whitmer, Colton McNabb, Tyler Stahl, and Cohen Stahl all had 2 hits each, setting the tone and making sure the game was never in doubt.
It was a great team effort all around. A solid win for the Cougars as they get ready for the next matchup.
That's right. The Cougars will be back at home this Saturday, April 5th at 6 p.m. to take on Clay City. Of course, that game is weather permitting, so make sure to check in for the updates.
And on the same day, the varsity softball team was back at home to face off against Lagodi. The Lady Cougars beat the Lions by a score of 16-0 in their home opener.
Looking ahead to Saturday, April 12th, mark your calendars because the ND softball and baseball teams will be hosting their Frial Day at the softball and baseball complex. It's a day full of great games and important recognitions.
Absolutely. For softball, the schedule includes Big Alumni Day, Frial Appreciation, and a special cancer game in support of Aaron Baker, an alumnus and mother of Olivia DeHeer. Here's the breakdown.
At 9:45 a.m., Frial Minor League girls will walk out with the varsity girls during lineup. Then 10 a.m., it's Game 1 with ND varsity softball facing Mitchell. Between Games 1 and 2, they will recognize the ND softball alumni, and 12 p.m., Mitchell will take on Wood Memorial in Game 2.
Then at 1:45 p.m., Frial Major League girls will walk out with the varsity girls, and Game 3 will see ND softball take on Wood Memorial at 2 p.m. It's going to be a fantastic day at the ballpark, Aiden.
For sure, Abe. It's going to be an unforgettable day of softball action, and baseball will also be holding their Frial recognition. More details on that coming soon.
It's certainly going to be an action-packed spring here on campus. But before we wrap up, let's switch gears and talk about another kind of madness.
The Final Four is set for March Madness. And for the first time since 2008, all 4 number 1 seeds made it to the big weekend.
The stage is set. Florida will take on Auburn, and Duke will face off against Houston. It's shaping up to be a thrilling weekend of college basketball.
So, Abe, how's your bracket looking?
It's done, Aiden.
Is it done?
It's cooked.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's not good, Aiden. Wisconsin, done. And how's yours, Aiden?
Not too bad. My Final Four is not looking the greatest, but I picked 2 in there, Florida and Duke. So hopefully, Florida Gators will win.
Okay, hopefully.
We will see who makes the national championship this Saturday.
Exactly. We'll find out soon enough. Stay tuned for all the action, folks.
That's all for today's Indie Sports Update. We'll see you next time with more scores, highlights, and sports news. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Aiden and Abe.
Ketchum Memorial Center and the Gardens of Ketchum recently have had a long-term employee receive a life-changing diagnosis. To help support Erin and her family during this time, Ketchum has created the Erin's Fight bracelet. This bracelet signifies not only support for Erin, but her daughter Olivia, who is also an employee of KMC, her son Maddox, and her parents. Purchasing this bracelet will help spread awareness for Erin, and she will receive all proceeds. On behalf of the Board of Directors Management Term, coworkers, and residents, please join us in Erin's fight. Bracelets are $3 a bracelet and can be picked up at KMC next week. Now, let's shift gears and take a look at some important announcements for the week ahead.
North Daviess Prom Enchanted Evening will have a grand march on Saturday, April 26th at 6 p.m. in the high school gymnasium. Doors will open at 5 p.m. Monday, April 28th will be a 2-hour delay. We have 2 additional makeup snow days, Friday, April 18th and Friday, April 25th. School will be in session on those dates.
That's all for today's episode of Cougar News.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. And roll Cougs!